Sunday morning. It is October the 16th, and this is Coffee Talk. I have my personal assistant here. Can you say hi?
Hello.
Hello, everybody. You going to join us for Coffee Talk this morning? Who are you dressed up as today?
Buzz Lightyear.
You got Buzz Lightyear?
Pew, 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 pew,
All right. So we got Buzz Lightyear here, and you know if Buzz Lightyear's here at the beginning of Coffee Talk, it's going to
Hey,
be...
my name is Eric.
Your name is Eric. Are you going to let Daddy do a little weather too?
But my pajamas is Buzz Lightyear.
You're right. All right, so let's do the best we can together, shall we? First off, there are quite a few things to talk about. Let's take a look. The top two things that we are monitoring this morning, certainly your Sunday forecast. Now, remember, farmers markets all across Central Florida, people heading to the beach. You know it's going to be a great day. We'll be talking about it. Plus, fall magic arrives. What? Yeah. Autumn weather in the best sense. Excuse me, I'm in the middle of something.
And we can go in the snow dry too.
Okay. Fall magic arrives in Central Florida. We are going to be talking about some unbelievably wonderful weather moving our direction. And we're going to be talking about it. But first, let's look outside live and just see how our Tower Cam network is, shall we? There's a shot looking toward the medical village there in the College Park area with a mainly clear sky over top of us. It is 69 in Orlando. That feels awesome. 66 in Leesburg. That feels better. 63 degrees in Palm Coast. Even better. And 60 degrees in Ocala. This is great. Let me tell you something. We've got even better weather ahead these next couple of days. Let's just check in. First warning, live Doppler radar. Nice and rain-free. Happy to see. Happy to track. Nothing in terms of rain this morning. And as we look ahead to the day, let's keep our people inside, okay? As
and this button is where you fly, and this button is where you stop.
Oh, okay.
And this where you turn to a ball, and this one is where you get the green gigantic.
The green gigantic?
Blowhead ship.
Oh my
There's a
gosh.
canyon on it, and the blue button is where I do my laser.
The lasers? Wow. All right, so for today, happy to say no rainfall in the forecast.
Excuse me, Daddy.
Excuse me, Eric.
The
Buddy,
this-
Daddy has to do weather.
one-
Hey.
this-
I have to do weather too, okay?
Okay.
It's very important.
Um,
All right, so for today, bright sunshine. Look at that, the rain chant. Excuse me, sir. If you're here, remember what we talked about. If you're here, you have to let me do the weather,
I
okay?
have to tell you something.
One last thing, and then I have to do the weather.
This is the light button, and this is my laser button.
Okay, thank you. Temperatures today are going to be warm, though. Good job covering your mouth. Today, temperatures are climbing into the upper range of the 80s. It is a partly cloudy sky. It is a lovely day, but it is going to be a nice warm forecast. Let's look neighborhood by neighborhood across Central Florida and just kind of see. Average high is 85. We'll do better than that, though, around town. 88 degrees in Orlando. It's 87 degrees in Kissimmee. It's about 84 degrees in New Smyrna Beach today. So, we're not looking too bad. Let's take a look at Futurecast and just run through time. Notice a handful of clouds, maybe a sprinkle at the beaches. Models are kind of showing that, but I think overall we're doing okay. Through the day today, it's a 10% or less coverage. You kind of see through the afternoon, evening, maybe a shower or so trying to get going. All right, so far, so good. Now, let's chat about what's ahead, shall we? So for today, if you're heading out to the theme parks, of course, we've got Disney is a great place to go and enjoy some autumn weather, even though the morning lows are more comfortable than the afternoon highs. If you're heading out to the Magic Kingdom today, partly cloudy skies, mid-80s by lunchtime, upper 80s into the afternoon. If you're enjoying the final day of Biketoberfest, it does look a little bit better out by Daytona Beach. Temperatures out here into the lower range of the
What?
80s. Excuse me.
The 80s? Who is the 80s?
The 80s, that was when Daddy was born. The lower range of the 80s today. Partly cloudy skies, a nice breeze. It's going to feel great. I do want to point out to you, when we look to the forecast, kind of in the extended note here, give it a second to load. I'll wait, it's all right. All right, so for today, we're looking good. Notice what happens, though, into tomorrow/Tuesday. Good job covering your mouth. There's a frontal boundary diving in, okay? It's going to be offering up some showers and thunder showers, and then it clears out. And this is bona fide cooler, drier air. We're talking about a nice big shift. So take a look at the updated 7-day forecast, okay? For today, 87 degrees our high temperature. Yes, sir. Yes. Yes, sir. 82 degrees by Tuesday afternoon. Hi, Gigi. Look at Wednesday. Look at Thursday. Look at Friday. Look at those temperatures. That is why I said fall magic is coming. That's Eric's cup. Look at those morning low temperatures, okay? 58 on Wednesday. Seriously? This is... It's magic, right? Is it going to feel like magic outside?
Yeah.
It's not going to be pool weather the next couple days, huh? Because it's going to be getting chilly. Do you know what to wear if it gets chilly? What do you wear if it gets chilly out?
Jackets, so it doesn't even know how everything happens and times off. And then it will do anything about things.
I think half of what you just said makes sense. I think so. I'll take that. So guys, gals, friends, look at these temperatures. 70s for highs. Now, let's just break this down, okay? Because I want to show you Wednesday afternoon and Thursday morning. Those look to be the biggest swings temperature-wise, okay? Here's Wednesday afternoon, okay? 75 in Orlando. But look at our lowest high temperatures, right? Like look into Ocala, look into Palm Coast, 68, 69. Your temperatures are going to be so nice. All right, that's Wednesday. Good job covering up. Let's look at Thursday morning. Look at that. We'll wake up to the 40s north of town. 43 in Ocala. 55. Now, I'm working for Manalfi on Monday. I am going to be singing from the rooftops about these temperatures. You want to see me sing on TV? I may not actually sing because there's a copyright thing and I don't want to get the pow-pows. But let me tell you something. A version of singing will be occurring. Look at that Thursday morning. Monday, you know how I say I'll never hype things? Your forecast ended up being wrong. We end up high in lower 80s. When, Anton? And I'm sorry that my prognostication isn't perfect all the time. You do know, though, that talking about the weather is not the easiest thing in the world. But we do the best we can. Annie says it's time to put jeans on. Oh, I can back that up. 100%. I will be ready with jeans. Annie says it's too cool, though. Oh, well. Kenneth, good morning to you. Good morning, Belinda. Geraldine, good morning. Good morning. How are you? Fall is coming, Janice says to Central Florida, right? Fall may have officially already started, but it's at least coming in. Kenneth says, a singing meteorologist. There's already one of those. I can't take credit for that, but there's definitely already one of those. What are you a dinosaur now?
Look at those.
Oh, you're looking at the dinosaurs, yeah.
I just love those dinosaurs.
You love the dinosaurs, huh? Eileen says, I can't stop smiling. Those little guys are making my morning. And cooler weather, too. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Jessica says, this is my favorite temps of the year. I will tell you, this time of year absolutely is my favorite. I mean, I love every change, but like fall has a certain magic, at least to me. Maybe I'm alone, but you know, I guess I'm not alone. Some of us like it, right? Kenneth says good morning to you. Can you say good morning, Kenneth?
Good morning.
You can say it out loud.
Good morning, Kenneth.
There it is. Leon, finally beautiful weather for us. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Christine, sorry, no meteorologist can predict exact temperature or weather. Yeah, look, that's what I'm saying. Rainy season needs to be done now. I mean, it looks to me like rainy season is gradually coming to an end. You know?
There's another dinosaur.
You like the dinosaurs? Belinda and Annie are typing those. Linda says, you are not alone. Fall is magical. Oh, yeah. Aaron over on YouTube says, October is my favorite month, to be honest. Not too hot, but it's not too cold either. It's true. October, November, this time, because it's like you're getting into the holiday season. Everything is starting to transition. And speaking of transitioning, let me look and just see. Let's just look and see. So we're talking about Thursday temperatures, right? So let's look at low temperatures on Thursday, not just in Central Florida, but around the country.
I love snakes.
You love snakes? I think you would be afraid if you saw it in person, buddy.
But I see a big frog.
A big frog. So this is Thursday morning. Notice it's chilly by us,
Did you
but
know lizards don't do anything?
lizards do things. They just don't do anything bad to us.
They only eat worms.
There it is.
Because what do worms do to people?
They don't do anything bad.
Oh, I looked at the
Worms help people catch fish. I'll teach you about that later.
I looked at a lot of snakes.
But look at these temperatures. Look at these temperatures to start on Thursday morning, right? Like our 57 looks wonderful, but 39 in our nation's capital.
Yeah, it's magical aliens.
34. Excuse me. Daddy has to talk, right?
He's thinking of.
Yes, you have to let Daddy talk because we're talking about the weather.
Yeah. Ooh, there's a lot of frogs.
Susan says, who cares if you're a few degrees off on the temp? You were right when the hurricane came, and that's most important. I would also, Susan, if I'm honest with you, I would say that a few degrees is literally splitting hairs. I would say that we do the best we can with the forecast, but perfection is like one of those things in weather where it's futile. You know, Phil Klotzbach put that out in a tweet not long ago talking about hurricane season forecasting and how it's very weather forecasting is not easy. You know, and we are easy for people to pick on, but I would say we're pretty darn good. I would also say that we could say it's going to rain everywhere and there's going to be one person who's going to be like, didn't rain in my house. All right, John, sorry. Tina, sorry about that. Tara says, oh wow, I'm jealous of those temps. My sister just a month ago to Tennessee. Huh? You're what, Tara? What? So, all right, let's look ahead. We've got a little bit of rain coming tomorrow into Tuesday, our next frontal boundary. Then we drop these temps off. It's going to be an absolutely, absolutely wonderful forecast these next couple of days. Absolutely a wonderful forecast, okay? Ay vey, I've got stuff in my eyes. All right, any questions about this week? Otherwise, we can go.
That's the rest animals.
That's all the animals, huh?
Yeah.
Any other questions? Otherwise, we can start talking a little tropics.
Halloween, my favorite.
Halloween, my favorite, Kenneth, he says. Good morning to you, Chris. Glad to see you there, buddy. Tara says my sister moved to Tennessee last month. Well, hey, your sister's bringing the luck of the Vols. Here, let's move you over here. Ugh.
Why did it?
Because my leg was falling asleep, Eric.
I always love Halloween.
I love Halloween, too.
And the spider web.
You love the spider webs, too?
Yeah.
I love it. I love it.
Spider web.
All right. All right. So, yes, Christine, at least that's how I forecast. All right, Millie, you're going into listening mode. No problems. No problems. All right. Let's talk about the tropics, shall we? Debbie, let's get nerdy. We're going to do the best nerdy that we can here. First off, happy to say that at least at the moment, all is nice and quiet. We take a look at the entire Atlantic Basin, and there is nothing going on out there.
Another pumpkin.
Another pumpkin. There's no development expected these next couple of days' time, okay? Let's take a look at, this is the latest GFS computer forecast model, okay? And take a look. If you're in listening mode, if you're listening to us on the podcast, happy to say that at least for now we're nice and quiet. Taking a look, there's that front little storm system coming off the Carolinas, bringing us lowered pressure Monday into Tuesday, a.k.a. some rain chances Monday, Tuesday, all right? But after that, a sea of high pressure, the orange shades. Looking to our east, we'll notice a little bit, you can see out here near Bermuda, trying to show something around the 21st of October. Good job covering your mouth. And then again, something here around the 25th of October. The BSR has been showing stuff east of us around the week of the 20s, we'll say, in October. And that's good, as long as it doesn't threaten us. There's another front.
Daddy.
Yes, sir.
There's a lot of spooky stuff.
A lot of spooky stuff. Now, I do want to point out, this is going to be This is going to be Thanksgiving. This is going to be Halloween. That is a frontal boundary. Now, if you remember yesterday, we had been talking about how it was going to turn a little cooler for Halloween, and it looks to be that way, at least according to the current run of the GFS. That's as far out as it goes. If we look at temperature anomaly, there it is. If we look at temperature anomaly, Jeannie's playing coffee house music in the kitchen, and it's hitting all the feels.
Ooh, and more spooky stuff. That's a really big witch pot.
Right? If we go to temperature anomaly, it's starting to see some of those blues. So what we're starting to see for Halloween is a trend. No, thank you. Thank you very much. 9:55. All right, so could Halloween be a little cooler? Would you like a cool Halloween?
Yeah.
If it's spooky, would that be okay?
Yeah.
A little spooky? All right, so that's the BSR. And I find the BSR so interesting. Or, excuse me, that's the GFS model.
Dad.
Yes, sir.
Look, it's Snoopy. So,
Oh, it's Snoopy with the pumpkin?
yes. So, Snoopy just founded, and then the other side of something else was coming after Snoopy.
Yeah.
And then there was a dinosaur.
Okay.
And then he was running away too mighty fast. And then
We're gonna work on. Let me just. He talks a little.
Mighty.
He talks a little differently when he's not on Coffee Talk.
He's
We do
faster.
put sentences together, but he's
faster
a little
than
shy.
Sonic.
Sonic the Hedgehog?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
That's his
Okay.
costume.
All right, let's talk about the BSR. Now, what is the BSR? So we just looked at the GFS computer forecast model.
Costume is like that.
Excuse me.
But
The BSR is a technique that we use for long-range forecasting. You want to go get some breakfast with Mommy?
now I'm just gonna look.
Okay.
See.
All right, here, come over here.
Just gonna go.
All right, so the BSR is a technique that we use. What we're actually looking at here is past weather to dictate what's going to happen in the future, okay? So it's kind of an...
It's Snoopy. Dad.
Buddy, I have to talk.
Look
I have to
at
talk,
that.
okay? Daddy's doing a little work, okay?
My keyboard has
Yep,
to be over
keep
there.
working.
No.
All right, so first off, look east of us. You can see there's an area of low pressure. That's exactly what the GFS is showing, okay? That's exactly what the GFS is showing. Okay, good job. That's what the GFS was showing. It was a storm system out east of us. So far the BSR kind of nailing it, frankly. We'll just keep through. We'll just keep running through, and it's showing, pieces of energy east of us. Quite a front. That's looking good. That is October 5th, which translates to the 22nd. So perhaps into next weekend, another frontal boundary. Eric, not the noise, buddy. And then there's that storm system east of us. Buddy, that's not a toy, actually. Come here. That's not a toy. I know, but it's a piece of equipment that Daddy has to use, okay? That's not a toy. That's not a toy, sir. All right, let's keep going through time here. There's another front. Storm system, looking good, looking good. The reason that I'm showing you the BSR, because this time of year, obviously we look for tropical systems. We also look for frontal boundaries, okay? So that, for example, that front right there, that's October the 13th in the Pacific, which translates to being October the 30th over the United States. So that is a cold front showing up around Halloween. Yeah, we have known this since October 13th. We have shown this since October the 13th, okay? So Actually, a little before it, but at any rate. Now, after that front, what happens is interesting, is that front starts to fade, and we start to look into the Gulf of Mexico, because at least the BSR is indicating that that front is going to bubble up a storm system, and that storm system is going to start moving toward the Florida coastline. And that's the part of this that has my antennas raised, okay? So that is a current look at the scenario up in the Bering Sea. All right, storm system moving off toward the east. Now, when we overlay it over Florida, that would translate out to being November 2nd. We've been talking about November 2nd for days. On the 13th, we added that to the BSR, and frankly, we could have called it earlier. So November 2nd, my friends, all right, November 2nd, we're going to have to watch a storm system somewhere very near Florida, and then it moves away, and then it looks like we get nice and cool afterward, and the frontal machine starts to go. So November 2nd on our long-range forecasting is definitely a kind of an indicator. And I would also venture to say, if we take and run the GFS in the Bering Strait the same way, there's that storm system, right? And then beyond that storm system, looks cool, kind of warming, little storm system for maybe Louisiana. And then another thing that caught my eye this morning, we'll have to monitor. That would be October 27th. So that would be the 13th. So November 2nd and November 13th, could we have Gulf storm systems? I don't know. We'll have to see, right? That's a big one. A little severe weather event perhaps here. So looking ahead in the long-range world, November 2nd on our calendars, and I added this, November 2nd, possible Gulf storm, question mark. Something to watch, right? Lauren says, November 1st is my due date. I hope there's no big storm around that time. Listen, we delivered Alexander during Isaias. I missed Isaias coverage because of Alexander. So, lowering pressures induces labor. If anybody asks, I could bring Jeannie on. She'll tell you. Right, Jeanette? What? Isaias helped bring Alexander a little early.
Probably so.
I think so. I mean, lower pressure. Amy, we don't know what kind of a storm system it is yet, but yeah. Jessica says, no systems. I cruise on November the 12th. Hopefully. Ooh, Victoria says, the hubby made avocado toast. Nothing wrong with that. Tiffany, sweater weather. Indeed. I cannot wait. Mercy, I hear Eric all the time, but where's little Alexander? Is he the quiet one? He is the quiet one. Yeah, he's the quiet one. I would also say, though, that it's the quiet one you have to watch. Like, Alexander may be the quiet one, but he's the one that instigates the stuff. He's the one that instigates. Little instigator. My daughter turns 29 on November 3rd, so we'll be the same age. Love it. Never grow up, right? Thank you, Chris. Appreciate it. John, from what I've heard elsewhere, the GFS has not been that great of a forecaster this year. You know, here's the thing. Each model has its own bias, and you just kind of have to take it and understand it. No model is perfect. You know? So, every model will get updated, all that fun stuff, but, no model is perfect. That's all. From what I've heard elsewhere, though. Yeah, John. I mean, people are gonna throw information out. I think that each model has its good storms and its bad storms and this and that, but you just have to take each one of them and weight it subtly differently, but relatively equally. Tiffany says, beautiful chilly weather on the patio right now in Ocala. I can't wait. I still think that it's You know, I still, if we look at, and I'm just going to, let's do this real fast. So what what I'm looking at here is the national blend of models. Okay, this is the national blend of models, and so you'll notice these are the temperatures. What this does is this blends out all of the model data. The GFS, the European, yada, 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 yada. So we've got our warm days, and then the blend drops and then gets back up warm. So I still think we're in pool weather. I mean, our morning low temperatures are not really in the 70s anymore. So I'm using the pool cover, but I still think afternoons are pool weather for a little while here in Florida, you know? If we were to look at the GFS, here's raw numbers off the GFS, and again, one model run, yada, yada, but you've got a drop of temperatures Wednesday, another drop of temperatures next Wednesday, another drop of temperatures around November 1st. So, you know, there are several drops of temperatures, but, I still think that we're in pool weather, but pool weather's going away. You know, there's less and less of it. Kenneth says, Alexander has a strong voice, can be heard clearly from another room. That's true. When he wants to let you know, he wants to let you know. For sure. Yeah, for sure. I have 3 sons, now middle-aged, Elizabeth says. The first 2 were hurricanes, and the third one was quiet. Sometimes we called it sneaky. Yeah, Alexander's, when he wants you, he will holler at you, but, you know, he's usually the quiet one. Amy, how long before November 2nd will we know what kind of storm system that is? We're planning a trip to Marco. You know, within 5 days, you start to get better data, you know? Like, case in point, though, we're talking about November 2nd. Like, if we just look at the GFS, and we can look at the Euro. I'll pull up the Euro. But, like, if we go, you know, that's November 1st. It's not really showing anything, you know?
What is that, Eric?
And the European isn't really showing anything either for Halloween even. So, you know, the models aren't really picking up on it. So we'll wait and see how it plays out. That's all. That's all. John says, I had my coffee on the patio this morning. That's what I'm talking about. Maybe I'll grab the kids and take them out to the patio for a couple minutes for their breakfast. You know? Thanks for interacting with us the best you can. Amy, thanks for hanging with me. That's all. That's what's kind of neat about Coffee Talk. It's truly my favorite part of my job is the opportunity to hang out together and to chat about the weather. Some days I'm better at it than others. Certainly when I've got, you know, Eric on my lap, I'm very much trying to rein him. I mean, parents, you understand. And I do appreciate you working with me during that, you know, because it's parenting. Hashtag parenting. You know, we were in the parade yesterday, and it's like my news director was there with her husband was there, and her 2 babies. They're not babies, but her 2 babies were there. I was there with my wife and our 2 babies, and it's wrangling. You know, it's always wrangling as parents. But you know, you want to, as Whitney Houston said, teach them well, and then let them lead the way. But you have to do the first before the second. Becca says, I love hearing kids play. It's when they get quiet that I check to see what they're doing. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Patty says, we spent hours in the pool with our granddaughter yesterday. It's chilly when you get out, but nice in the water. That's it. That's it. Jacket on here in Ocala on my patio. Oh, I love it, right? These temperatures are fantastic. Tara says, I'm about to go out on the patio for a bit. I'm watching on YouTube and commenting on here. Very cool. Thank you. Becca says, hey, you're doing the best you can. I don't mind at all. Love seeing them. Thank you. Well, that's why I appreciate, you know, some people get, like, I know we've had people in the past, get the kids off there. We're trying to listen to the weather. Rawr. No. No. Oh, Anne-Marie, you're the best. Listen, I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you for doing Coffee Talk with us. I love it. John says we got Frank to join the group. You're invited. What group, John? Tara says, I love the boys in the background. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Nina says, hoping the pool weather holds out. Our pool is almost finished being built, and we want to enjoy it this year. I would say this, Nina. We built our pool without a heater. We wanted to do a heater, and the builder, who's no longer with the company, so I don't feel bad saying this, the builder was like, do not build it with the heater. As soon as you're done building your pool, add the heater. And we said, okay. So the house was finished November. We added the heater November. It was too cold, obviously. But like the second that I saw 80s on the horizon, started running that heater and we were in. And I would just say this, like, if you've got it built with a heater and it's almost done, then it's going to take, but if not, you've got like this much time to enjoy it, to look but not touch, and then honest to goodness, I feel like February, March, I feel like by March, I feel like my pool is open through November, and then November, December, January, maybe February. Sometimes in February, I turn the heat on, That's all. If you don't get to use it, it's only a couple of months. But I would, listen, to anybody that's building a pool, I would say, I know, look, heaters are expensive, I know. But they extend that pool season. And my personal definition of pool season is right here. If the high temperatures are in the 80s, it's pool season. If the high temperatures are lower than the 80s, it's not. But generally, like you see how we drop for a little bit and then warm back up? Still pool season. When the temperatures don't hang in the 80s anymore, that's when it's shutting her down. And I have a pool cover, and I would suggest to anybody that has a heater, invest in a solar blanket, a pool cover. It cuts down the evaporation. It still evaporates like crazy. And it keeps the water warmer. You don't lose all that heat. It doesn't steam out into the atmosphere every night. So, yeah. Debbie says, great imitation. Don't need those people. Oh, yeah. Listen, I love when people say things like that. It shows ignorance. Get rid of the kids, Eric. No, get rid of the kids? Are you kidding me? I'll just hit the stop streaming button before I get rid of the kids. I don't need to do coffee talk. We have a Facebook group now, Coffee Talk Friends. Is that a thing? Is that a thing? What? What? I have to check that out. I have a 5-year-old nephew that absolutely loves me, and they remind me of him. Too bad my nephew lives in Tampa. But you get your time, Tara. You get your time when you can, right? That's all. The boys are watching Dad train them early, so maybe if they want, they can follow in your footsteps. Look, whatever they do, I just want them to know. My goal is for them to be proud of whatever they become, and to know that Mom and Dad are going to be proud of whatever they become. We will support them. 1,000%. 1,000%. That's all. As a kid in Chicago, we'd go to the hotel by us. They had an outdoor pool that was open in the winter, and we'd swim in like 30 degrees. Oh my God. So cold for a second, you get out, but the pool was great. Wow. That's something. Chris says, I sent an invitation. Chopped liver. I didn't see it. I'll have to look. Okay. I heard kids at the pool here at my apartment yesterday. I didn't think it was warm enough for us still. I will say heaters are one of those things that it's a very worthy investment if you can. Yeah. This is a family talk, folks. If you don't like kid noise, just leave. Oh, I know. Hey, listen. That's Mercy. That's the way I look at it too. So. All right. There's your 7-day forecast. Speaking of kids, I think I'm going to go into dad mode. Okay. I'm in for Manolfi on what's my schedule this week? I don't even know. Hold on. I am doing the 4, 5, 5:30, 6, 10, and 11 tomorrow. I've got a work meeting at 11 a.m. It's so fun when they try to book work meetings during normal hours because the bosses have no idea where on the corporate graphics side. I've got a meeting for Louisville for WLKY at 11 a.m. tomorrow, and then I do the evening newscasts. And then on Tuesday, I do the noon and 4, and then I am going to take the Weather Lab after that to a Boy Scout event. That'll be fun. And then Wednesday, I do the 5, 6, 10, and 11. Woo! I'm all over the place this week. All right. I'm going to do some nights. You're excited about your career and care about others as well. Hey, thank you very much, Kathy. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, listen, everybody. Be good. Be the sunshine in someone else's day. Enjoy today's warmth. Got a couple of showers and thunder showers Monday, Tuesday. But like Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, holy cannoli, people. Seriously. And that's not... I like to make fun of Tony Manolfi, but like, seriously? Holy Stromboli. Fall magic is returning. Red alert. Condition red. I'll see you guys and gals tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock for Coffee Talk. Be good. Be the sunshine in someone else's day. Thank you so much for hanging out. Bye, y'all.